Everybody, welcome back to Falcon Plays Rimworld. Let me start the game here. Alright, we still have our guys training. They're still not bothering about needing breaks, so we're gonna leave them alone for now. Now, I wanted to talk about today our new recruits. We have Blade. I believe this is Tyler. Tyler and a string of numbers in the comments. So Tyler, welcome to the colony. He wanted to be named Blade, so he's now Blade. I think he took over Evia's spot. And then we have Breezinger CZ. He was also in the last colony. He finally got into this colony too. So just to show you guys, like, there's a lot of people that have been asking me since like day 2 or 3 of the videos to get, like, recruited, and they're just finally happening now because, a lot of people have asked me to be recruited, and I'm okay with that. Obviously, I have nothing against adding you guys. It's just a matter of taking a little bit of time. But we have Blade and Brissinger. I'm just happy that we were able to actually get a few more people recruited finally, because it hasn't been happening too often recently. So my guys over here just training a bit, getting some shooting up, which is always good. Let's see. We have so many people. You know what? After this episode, I'm gonna actually take the time to count this and have next episode a number for you, how many guys we have. Assuming you guys want to do it yourselves, then let me just do this very slowly. Moldad is the last person. If you guys want to pause the thing and, give me a number yourselves and make it a lot easier for me since I can't count. And here is the next list that goes down to swag. And then after swag, we have 2 more guys. So that's a lot of people, quite honestly. I've recruited quite a bit of people, and I'm hopefully going to continue recruiting more, assuming the adaptive tutor lets us. So that's always good. We've cleaned out that little really jacked up area that we had going on over there, which I'm really happy about. We have some blast charges set up right there. We have the turrets inside. Everything is pretty much coming up Millhouse, to be quite honest with you. Sorry for quoting that, a Simpsons reference. Back when the Simpsons used to be good, right? I'm not sure. I just haven't really watched the Simpsons in quite a while. But I really think, honestly, it's just me being jaded. Like, a lot of people will admit that it's not as good as it used to be. Alright, these guys need breaks, but it's still fine. I guess there should have been more. A lot of people will admit that, certain shows, I feel that we just get jaded. Like, when something is new and fresh, like, it's just really, really fucking good, right? And as it goes on, you just get used to the comedy of the story so far that it kind of gets a bit boring, and it's not just quite the same anymore. You start getting a bit more jaded in terms of, oh, they've done this before, oh, they've done that, or, oh, more of the same. Or even when storylines, like a certain storyline finishes, like, I feel this happens a lot more with television shows than anything. Like, I'm just using The Simpsons as a reference. What do we have here? Oh, cool, we got Melting Cat finally. Thanks a lot, fucking Melting Cat. Is Melting Cat an African American? He totally is. I love it, man. Let's get some diversity in the colony, man. We have all these fucking white people and stuff. So Melting Cat, thank you for being the African American that we so desperately deserve. Let me have you equip this R4 char. Actually, no. Let me get you the MP5. What's his name? Melting Cat's gonna be a really good shooter and a good fighter. I think he has like 13 in shooting, if I remember correctly. So he's gonna be definitely a good shooter for us, thankfully. How is our soldier coming along? Pretty good stuff. So yeah, going back to the whole television thing, like, it even works with, like, a lot of television shows, especially, like, let me use Lost, for instance. I love Lost. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's my own personal prejudice of the whole thing that I'm talking about, the whole getting jaded over time. But as Lost went on, I did personally feel that it lost a lot of its charm, but I still enjoyed the show. But I feel like that happens a lot, very often. Like, people watch a show and initially you'll love it, and then later on you kind of get jaded a bit. It's kind of like, it's not as good as it used to be. It's kind of like, I don't know, I think we see these things like with rose-tinted glasses initially, where it's first is really awesome, and then, I don't know where I'm really going with this conversation, to be quite honest with you, but this happened from The Simpsons, because I was talking about The Simpsons, but, I haven't really watched The Simpsons in probably a good 6-7 years now, which is funny, because I grew up watching that shit, right? I sound like an old man, but I did grow up watching that shit, and now, I just don't really feel the need to watch it. And the thing is that I'm not saying that it's bad because I don't watch it, I just haven't given it a chance. That's the reality of the thing here. I haven't really gone out of my way to be like, oh, let me sit down and watch The Simpsons. It just hasn't really happened, but I mean, whatever. I'm just using that as an example. These guys are pretty much ready to go, I think, so. Alright, thanks a lot for your shooting, guys. Hopefully it worked out, helped you guys out a bit. But either way, let's continue on, see what's going on in the colony itself. Let's see, people are still sleeping, BFD sleeping. Alright, everybody's good right now, man. We are pretty much really good with everything. You know what I should do, though? If I can, Nathan, let me have you open communications, considering we got that trade ship a while ago. Obviously, I don't need to buy stuff from them, but I would like to get more trade ships, because that was what gave us a chance to recruit 2 new people, which is always good. Alright, thanks a lot for that, Nathan. You can run off now. And let's see, Eclipse is ending. Buildings disconnected. That is the standing lamps. Yeah, I don't really care about that, though. It's not a big deal. We don't necessarily need it just now. Our food is now down to 6,000, which is probably a good time for me to actually turn this back on from happening. So let's actually turn this back on, and let's turn my sun lamps over here on as well. And get this going up again, and obviously we're going to have to go and switch a lot of people into growing again. So let's just make it like, there's a 1. So 2 over here. I'm just going to go and make the people who are really good at growing to grow, quite honestly. I don't want to go through, like, you know, micromanage this too much at this point. Steven the inventor, make this a 2. So, you know, if the box is highlighted really high, then whatever. It would become a 1 at mining, and that's pretty much the gist of it here. Make this like a 2 for this guy. Nothing for this guy. Make this a 1. 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here. And Melting Cat, I haven't given Melting Cat his little things here, so Melting Cat, give this a 1, obviously. Not really good at cooking, constructing, or anything like that, but whatever. Growing, yeah, we'll leave that there. And make this a 1 in cleaning. Make this like a 2 at hauling, and that's pretty much fine right there. So we're going to roll with less growers this time around. But, you know, at the same time, I don't think we need that many growers, quite honestly, because our food is... We're not in a desperate need for food. I'm just doing that now since, you know, we are down from 11,000 to 6,000. You might as well just get the food situation go back up running. But again, it's not something that I'm over here, like, desperately like, oh, god damn it, we have no food. Not really a big deal. Well, I mean, we'll survive either way. Much like Tina Turner will survive. Is it Tina Turner or is it Whitney Houston? That's Tina Turner, right? Because I'm not even sure who it is. And that's not because they're both African-American females. Believe me, I'm not over here like, you know, don't label me as that guy who's like, oh yeah, they're all the same to you, Falcons, they're black. It's not the case. I have a lot of black friends. It doesn't make me racist. Alrighty, let's get this going on over here. So, growing's gonna happen again. I'm surprised we haven't had any raids recently. I'm not complaining about it, but at the same time, I'm really quite surprised. How is going on? Our weapon smelting is going on pretty good, though. Shoobs is over here taking over that ordeal. How is our metal supply? Well, our metal supply from 3,000 is up to 4,500 now, so that's actually pretty good. Obviously, again, showing that the weapons do have a purpose other than just selling them like I do most of the time, but yeah, whatever. Let's see. And how is our chef thing? You know what? You could probably get a bit more chef thing going on here by killing some of these Muffalo. Rose, you know what? I've been training you recently. How about you come out over here and get some shots in you? Him too. You come over here too. Give Rose a hand. You know what's funny about, like, you know, the whole, I guess, context of, like, chefs and whatnot. I actually went to, recently, actually yesterday, as a matter of fact, not recently. Goes to show my conception of time here as I grow older and older each and every day. Fire at that Muffalo. And him too, let me have you. Oh, you can fire at that Muffalo from down here? Go ahead. There's a weapon over here just hanging out. Whatever, man. Yeah, going back to the... Rose, can you get closer then? Maybe I have to shoot this thing. Fire, please. Thank you. Yeah, going back to the whole chef thing, or tangent. I went on yesterday to downtown. And, like, I live, like, you know, not in the hood, but downtown in my area is hood. Like, it's legit hood. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, you know, typical white bread, you know, cookie cutter lifestyle, because I haven't had that growing up, quite honestly. But I did went to downtown LA, which I haven't been to in quite a fucking while, to be quite honest with you. And it's weird because we just went down there to just kind of go out and, like, I do like going to downtown LA because sometimes when you go through, like, the little, I guess, the mercantile area of downtown LA, you find a lot of cool stuff. Like, a lot of it is, like, you know, not legit, you know, not legit brand name stuff, but you do find a lot of cool stuff at cheap prices, and, you know, you can haggle and shit like that, which I love doing. I love haggling. Partially because I am broke, so I have to haggle to survive, but I just like haggling and stuff, and, like, there's a lot of little, what I personally go for is little video game shops, like, especially since it's downtown LA, they have such a backwards mindset where they still carry, like, Nintendo games and, like, Super Nintendo games and, like, PlayStation 1 games, and I am not that big of a gamer as I used to be in terms of, like, old school gaming, is what I mean. I'm a big gamer still, but not old school gaming like I used to be. So what I'm trying to get at here, though, is that, you know what, Rose, fucking fight this boomerang as well. Why not? Let's do a little bit of hunting since we have the time right now. Loki, let me get closer and have you fight that boomerang over there. There you go. Fire at that boomerang, please. Batman's gonna be doing some hauling, it seems. Cool. Cool, cool. Batman, don't walk through the fire, please. And let's see if we can. Let's also get the boom mat way over on this side. Just so we could have our chefs do the thing. By the way, I'm getting to the point of my story. I assure you. Rose, if you can. You're still shooting at that thing, right? So Loki, let me have you get closer. And shoot right there. So yeah, I go to downtown for that reason alone. I like to buy old NES games, cartridges, and like old PlayStation 1 games just for the collector's value, even though there's really no value in a lot of the games you'll find down there. I mean, you don't expect to go down there and find a copy of like Action 52 or like, you know, Cheetah Man 1 or something like that, or Cheetah Man 2, whatever the fuck. You're not gonna go down there and like find like, you know, crazy stuff for cheap bargain, right? Because most people nowadays look at Google, not Google, but look at eBay and things like that to realize how much they should sell stuff for. Which really bothers me, by the way. I feel it ruins a lot of like. I also like to go to like what is it called? Not pawn shops, but those little outside mercantile areas where like Jesus, I forgot the name. My vocabulary is pretty much failing me today. It's because I've been recording for a while now, so I feel like I've pretty much my brain is kind of like, you know, Falcon, you need a break from, you know, all this fucking commentary all day. Whatever. But either way, I do like, you know, just going to places and like finding good deals and stuff like that, haggling, things like that. But either way, we were in downtown LA just for that alone. But while we were there, we got hungry, and we were just kind of like browsing around the area looking for somewhere to eat, probably. And it's weird because we're talking downtown LA, like fucking dirty, divey area downtown LA, and unbeknownst to me why this happened. What the hell do we have here? Oh, trade ship, nice. More people, I love it. I'll get back to the story, believe me. Batman, where is Batman? Batman. Cape Crusader, where are you? Cape Crusader? Are you like off fighting Penguin or Joker somewhere? Where the fuck are you in this list, man? I know I'm just probably scrolling by and I'm missing it. Oh, there it is. Batman, Batman. There you go. You blonde Batman. So weird seeing him blonde. There you go. Do a little communication for us. I'll finish the story right now, guys. Don't worry. People. Haha! More fucking people to buy. I love it. Female scientist stomp. What do we have here? Melee 3, shooting 3, research 7. Not that great, but whatever. We'll buy. Atkinson. Apparently this guy is the fittest person in the fucking colony, considering he's been following the Atkinson diet for so long that he even named himself after it. Shooting 3, melee 3. Again, right now at this point at the game, I'm just looking for good fighters. Research 9, social 8. Whatever. I'll buy. And Haskell. What is this guy? He's a toxic child. Sounds like a problem you should probably get a doctor to look at that, man. But other than that, you're looking at melee 3 and shooting 3, mining 3, research 11. So a lot of research people is what we got right now, which, you know, obviously we're not researching anymore. But he's a good crafter at least, so that's pretty good. And apparently his trait is being a leader, so he could lead us to a victory, essentially. So let me buy him as well, no big deal there. And now, let's sell off a few remaining weapons we do have. Some of the shittier ones, anyway. What do we have here? 142. Sell that. And M24, M24, 24. And let's see, you guys have any metal for us? You do. You have quite a bit of metal, as a matter of fact. So let me buy this metal off of you. It's a lot of fucking metal. I'm gonna sell them some food, by the way, just because, actually, we're not gonna get a good deal from the food from them, unfortunately. So should I? Nah, I'll hold on to it. So we still have 5,000 silver, which is still pretty good, so I'm not going to complain about that. Alrighty, new people, and silver, and, I mean, metal and whatnot, it's all good. Let me give these guys a few orders, though. Melting Cat's been done with, give you a 1, 1, and a 1. Warden. So let me give the clerk warden duty. Cooking, let me give you like a 2 here, and then 4, sure, whatever. Researching, yeah, we don't do that anymore, guys. Cleaning, like a 1, a 1. If you guys could haul, then I'll give you like 2s at hauling, since you guys can't do much of anything else. Crafting is Haskell, though, so I'm gonna give Haskell a shot at crafting, give him a 1. And Shubes, you know, Shubes has been a crafter for a while, and I realize he's not a good crafter, to be quite honest with you. Shubes, I'm gonna remove you from that, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna put you as a cleaner. I know you've been doing some good work for us in terms of crafting, but you're pretty bad at it. I just realized that. I'm sorry, man. Somebody had to say the truth, though. Growing, that's pretty much fine, I guess, like 3s or something. 2, 3, whatever. No big deal. Cooking, I get 2. Alright, there you go. Alright, I'll rename you guys after this episode. I'm kind of happy about that. At least 3 more people to rename after one episode, which is always really good. So let me get back to the story, which I've been already trying to say. So we're in this dingy, divey hood area in downtown LA. And we look to the left and we see this pretty much like what would look like a dining restaurant. Like, I'm talking about like crazy dining. Like, the fucking name of the restaurant was in French. It was like Le Bougier, je ne sais quoi. I mean, I know I just said, well, I know that's not the name of it, but I'm just using what limited French I do know as an example here. But it was called like Le Bougier, je ne sais quoi, oui oui. It just had like a really crazy name, right? And they had a nice outside patio area. But the thing is that, and the sidewalk that it was at, it was just like dirty, dingy. Every other store was like a store selling gold or buying gold or like, you know, knockoff Nikes and like knockoff Doc Martens. But there's this fucking amazing dining restaurant in the middle of this block. And we look in and there's like fucking waiters in tuxedos and like people getting crazy menus, like champagne bottles being moved around. And we're like, well, we're hungry. Let's go and check it out. Obviously going to be like costing an arm and a leg. And we go in there, we get seated. We get seated in this like nice fucking like, the inside of this place looks like something that like, you know, rich white people like, you know, basically strive their whole life to like earn and like retire to. Raiders? Yeah, of course. I'm saying a story here and there isn't to show up. Whatever. Raiders, you go fuck yourself. Let me put this in real time. Oh, by the way, speaking of real time, a lot of these people don't have any weapons, do they? I mean, not that they're good shooters or anything like that, but god damn it, Stomp. How was your shooting ability? 3. Well, not like we have that many guns to really choose from here. Get the Browning, I suppose. And Atkinson died. What do I need for you? Go and grab yourself this R4 charge rifle. And then finally, Hansel the Tinker, who is over here working away already. Good job, Hansel. Let me have you hook up with... Oh, God, not an M24. Fuck the M24, man. Let me give you a... non-Remington model. Let me give you this MP5, I guess. So, yeah. We go in there, we sit down, and obviously oddly enough, the menu wasn't that ridiculous. However, the menu was in French, too, so, like, I was looking at it, I'm over here like, what the fuck am I ordering? Obviously, they had what the name of the dish was in English, like the ingredients, so it was like, you know, omelette with chives and, like, mushrooms and, like, you know, herbs and yada yada yada. I ended up getting the omelet just because I knew what the hell I was ordering. The rest of the menu was foreign to me, literally and figuratively speaking. But it was just weird. Basically, the point of the story is that you never know what you're gonna find somewhere. And that was so weird. Like, it felt like somebody just lifted this place out of fucking France and just dumped it in the middle of Los Angeles, and it was just kind of like, here, hang out here. And obviously the place was empty, as you can imagine. It was just like me and my girl and like another couple was like somewhere off, and they were over there discussing business, no less. Like, we get over here their talk because the place was so empty, and it's huge, so like everything you said kind of echoes a bit. And they were there discussing like fucking stock and business, and we're over there just, you know, getting a meal. And yeah, it was crazy. It was weird. Le Boujola, je ne sais quoi. That was the name of it. Either way, let's call it an episode here today, guys. And we have some good things going on, at least. I'm gonna probably start talking a bit more personal stuff now that we have like the end game going on over here. We're just kind of waiting for a next raid. But I'm really excited about testing our new defense system here, so that is something to look forward to, especially with this raid coming up. So I'm really quite interested to see what's going to happen here when we deal with this 750 Roadrunners over here. Either way, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. And be sure to keep leaving your comments and everything like that. And again, also keep leaving comments about what you want me to do for the next colony, what you want me to kind of focus on, type of base, yada yada yada. Because as we know, the next build is almost around the corner. So this is going to be the last episode I'm recording today, which is April 1st. So hopefully you guys enjoy this little batch of recordings. And we have a lot of people renamed for next episode that I'm really excited about. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys next time.